Hello and welcome to Ula Tea Leaf Readings. My name is Lenor and today I'm going to be reading your tea leaves. This is a horoscope for Aries. If Aries is your solar, lunar, ascendant / rising sign, then this is a message for you. All right, let's get started. Okay, and let's see what these tea leaves have to say today. And so our card is the Five of Discs, which does have to, yes. For a second I was like, wait, is it swords? No, it's the Five of Discs. Yes, Five of Discs. It has to do with worry. Okay, and this card, it's like some of my favorite colors. But just looking at it, it looks worrisome. Like a big storm's coming in. If you live in a place where we have tornadoes, then the skies get that color or a little bit green. You better watch out. Keep the radio on so you can hear what's going on. Okay. So, yes, and let me mention, if you haven't subscribed yet, please think about doing that. You can hit the little bell. It'll let you know when the next videos are coming out. It is free, okay? You don't have to pay anything. And if this reading speaks to you in any way or, it just is something that is entertaining for you to listen to, I would appreciate it if you would hit the little like button. And I hate asking for those things. I usually do it just right at the end, but apparently I'm supposed to be doing it throughout the video. So, yes, I will meekly ask. All right, so let's take a look. We have a bird right up here. It looks like a nice black bird, a raven, a crow, maybe one of those, the red wing, or what are they called? Red-winged blackbirds. Those are some of my favorite. I see those a lot out in the fields. They're also like these, I think they're called cowbirds here. We call them cowbirds. They're kind of more of a brown even. But they are little blackbirds. And my favorites, my absolutes, the grackle. They are, I know, some people think, oh, these are pest birds, but I love them. They can be a little aggressive, but they're beautiful. And I know when they show up, spring is almost over and summer is about to begin. So I do enjoy their arrival, definitely. I see this and I think there is good luck coming your way. I know we think of these blackbirds sometimes as, I guess, death or, a bad omen. Well, I absolutely do not think so. I think that this is a sign of prosperous weather. It is a sign of intelligence. A sign of being able to problem solve. So these things kind of align together. I can see you where you have this worry, okay? And the worry is important, right? When we are uncomfortable, we know something is not right. So with the bird, with the worry, I think it is time for some kind of change. Okay, nothing huge, maybe. Maybe it's just a reconfiguration of what's already there. Changing of your routine. Studying something a little more. Figuring out how to expand your skill set. Maybe changing, the shifts you work at your job. I'm just thinking of practical things. because we do have it's the disc. So this is an earth element card, and it has to do with the work we do, the resources we make, how we kind of set up our mundane lives, okay? And so it's kind of like, put your thinking cap on here. We're going to figure out how to adjust some things so that everything is kind of flowing more easily through your life. Just right now, something is not working for you, and there needs to be some kind of change, okay? And, you know, it's interesting. Sometimes in our life, we find some kind of routine. We find some way of doing things. It's our way of doing it. It might not be the most efficient. It might not be, you know, I don't know, most cost effective or you know, time saving or whatever. But we like how we do it. Well, once in a while, it's important for us to try other things. Even, and this one really blows my mind because I personally get stuck in routines. I used to have like barely any routine. The kind of work I did was so all over the place. I did a lot of moonlighting and covering shifts and things. I was a waitress. And so my life was like not really set in stone, right? I had different routines, different shifts, whatever. It was all over the place. And it did not work for me. So then I went the other way. I learned how to live a routine lifestyle. And sometimes I get too locked into it. I get immovable. You know, I just feel like I'm losing control of the situation if I don't abide the routine I've set for myself. Okay. And, you know, when I get into those places and things are not working, you know, it's not happening the way that it should, you know, and you share a home maybe with other people. You have, you know, other people relying on you, their schedules change and whatever. But it's interesting. If you just change one or two big things, it feels like everything is a little bit different. Even just like taking a new route home. You know, you decide, I'm going to go, you know, around the more scenic way for a few days. You know, I'm going to see what I can see. I'm going to, you know, maybe stop and take a walk in the park before I go home, you know, after work. Or whatever it is, you know, just adding something, taking something away, changing something. It might really change the entire feeling of the day, you know, and maybe gives you something to look forward to, something a little bit different. Maybe, you know, going out and exploring the place that you live in, the town you live in. Going and looking at different things. And it doesn't have to be things that cost money. There are a lot of things that don't, you know. Now, I see we have, it looks like a person wearing almost looks like a chef, really, right here. And you can see the little hat, and it looks like they're holding maybe a little, some kind of utensil. We also have a turtle right here. And so I feel like there is a sense of maybe not being an actual chef, but a sense of kind of cooking something up for this next cycle that's coming in. And it's a big cycle. We're ending the year. We're going into the new season, technically, pretty soon here. Summer in the southern hemisphere and winter in the northern. And so I think that, you know, in some way, and we can see there's also a flower right here. If you can see in the pot, and it's kind of leaning over. I almost get this feeling like some old thing, something that has been in your life. It's kind of, reached its ultimate purpose, its peak. Okay, it is in its prime. It is maybe just past its prime, right? And then it's beginning to degrade. And this happens. This is just kind of the nature of the universe. Things kind of hit that peak point, and then they begin to kind of, dissolve themselves into nothing. They kind of break apart, right? They break down, they degrade, they come apart. And such is the nature of not only physical things, but just whatever is happening, circumstances and scenarios and ordeals and splendors, and it's just things are never in a fixed place. They are never just kind of living in an everlasting legacy. Things will come apart. Okay, and so it is our work, and this is a big thing, letting go of things, right? Learning to be there through the process, the incline, and the, hopefully a bit of a plateau in that high point, and then the coming down from all of it, right? And this is an important thing to learn. And I think, as we get older, we go through so much of these things that hopefully at some point, it becomes something that you don't have to be, unfeeling or callous about it, but a thing where we have to just accept what it is. I'm a sentimental person, very, and a bit of a romantic. And, there are things in my life, oh my goodness, today, an embarrassing one even. There's been a fly that's been living in the house. And, it's getting pretty old, and I think it's the only one. I've only noticed the one anyways. And, today when I was going outside, and it's quite cold here where I live, it gets, close to 0 or 10 degrees or somewhere around there at night now. And the fly went to the front door with me as I was going out, and it was in between the front door and the glass door there, at the storm door. And I felt very sad. I thought, oh, please don't get out. If you get out tonight, you're going to freeze, And I told it, I said, hey, when I go back in, I hope that you go back in with me, because, buddy, it's not good for you out here. But, these are the kind of thing. I am sentimental in that way. It's hard for me to let go, and same with my flowers. When my outdoor flowers started to, it started to get cold and they were fading. Oh, I was so sad. I get every year, it's the same thing. I get quite sad. And some of them you just can't bring in, there's only so much room, and the cats, they love to tear them apart, and it's just, becomes a mess. But yes, I understand how difficult it can be, but at the same time, these are the lessons in life. This is the nature of the reality we live in. And so, I think it's important for us to really slow down, where we have that turtle, to slow down and enjoy things as they come, right? Because they won't be with us forever. And I really feel like there is a real shift into self-awareness here. Not only that, but deep self-observation. And we have a person here with a telescope, okay? And so not only, are we kind of looking at ourselves, and there's a self-awareness going slowly through these things. We have another snail over here, so another slow-moving creature. With that chef that we saw, I think through this, these are important times of renewal, Okay, I think this is when there is a real psychological, emotional, and spiritual transformation, in these slower times. And I do believe, the next thing that you have, the next thing you put yourself into, will be remarkable. Okay. And it's just about waiting for the right time. And we have the hourglass right there. Okay. Now we have a Z and an I. So ZI, if that means anything to you. We also have a person who is kind of kneeling right here and praying, it looks like. And they have a little puppy with them. It looks like another person over here praying too, and another puppy. So, I think that there is not only this time for introspection, but there is such a time for our faith, right? The faith and whatever it is that you find, your grace within, your devotion, if that is spiritual, religious, if it is science, if it is, whatever, the natural world, and so on, whatever that looks like for you, that is fully, unique to your own experience. But I do think that this is quite a, it is a posture to be in that really, it creates a tone or a vibration through your life that really, I think, anyways, in my mind, I perceive it to be this way, that there is an ease. There is the ability to, yes, slow down with it and to really consider, your place in this world, where you want to go. What are your goals? What are you willing to do, right? That's a big one. We often think, oh, I would like this, I would like that. I hope that things get this way or they aren't this way or whatever. But what are we really willing to do? Honestly, that's a big part of things. And so, I think that this is a time of clarity. You're letting go of some of that worry that we were seeing and, allowing yourself to really gaze upward, to consider what is it that you will put into this. Okay, so we have a 3 and a 1, so 31. Now that Z and an I also looks like a 1 and a 2, so it could be the 12, if that makes more sense. We have illuminated candles, so definitely some downloads of important information, universal, cosmic, mystical information. And it looks like we have, I feel like you have two people that you are very close with. You spend a lot of time with them. They maybe are family or good friends. And I feel like when you're away from them or you don't get time to kind of spend with them, you feel a little bit adrift. And I feel like you're coming into a time where things are changing. Maybe one or both of them are moving away. Maybe you're moving away. But there's this feeling of not wanting to let go of how things are. And in that struggle, it feels like it is making the time you have together with things, how they are, kind of just almost like a little bit anxious, a lot of like getting annoyed, or kind of a push and pull for position, to be heard. I almost feel like, I wonder if these are like children, adult children maybe, grandchildren, something. But I feel like, you know, as much as the prospect of your family not being right there with you, and them probably going into another part of their life and you going into another part of yours, just to remember that, you know, there's still, you know, you still are together. Things look different, but ultimately, you know, there's such a great and profound love there that it can't be taken away. And so finding things for yourself, right? Finding things to fill your time, things that you enjoy, especially if these are children, because when you are raising kids, and you know, they're getting to that age where they maybe are going to go off to school, or you know, whatever, move out, or whatever it is, you've probably spent a lot of time devoted to their needs, right? And put a lot of the things you've wanted to do, things you really, you know, dreamt about trying or doing or learning about or traveling to or whatever, on the back burner. And as this shift gets closer and closer, and you know, there's a feeling of time is short, you know, it's important to stay busy with your things. You know, and kids, it's hard with them. They get to that age where they just don't, you know, they don't understand how important it is to be close and, you know, make the best use of the time you have together. But, you know, they also need you, right? They want to do their own things and whatever, but it's like, you know, so that's hard. But I think this is just the beginning of a time that is going to be profoundly, what's the word? Just profoundly rich with evolution and interest and intrigue, and maybe some romance, and, you know, just connecting with others, and so on. So, yeah. Yes. Oh, and I hear we have some police going by, I think. So we have the Cincy Child affirmation cards, and I'm just going to flip through, stop where it feels right, and turn it over and read it together. And it says, I have the strength to encounter anything that comes my way. Yes, there we go. That's what it is. You do. You have the strength. You have the strength and the resolve and the ability and all of that. And all those things. I have to say, I was thinking about this earlier. Somebody said on one of my readings that, oh, this is fake. They're like, I think they said it was like the leaves were stuck. But I just want to show you, they're not. They do move and they do fall off. I was like, what are they talking about? Because I think the person couldn't figure out how to get them stuck to the bowl there. But I do just want to show you that they do. They just, you know, it takes some effort, time. You know, it's taken me a long time to figure out how to get them to, spread out in a way where they make formations that aren't just like, you know, just lay like super thick and laid on each other, but you know, you just learn how to do that over time, how to drink it and rotate the thing. And so anyways, I had a little chuckle about that. I was like, no, I'm not I'm not gluing down tea leaves for each of my readings, but yeah. So anyways, I had to share that with you all. I forget what sign it was for even, but yeah, it's somewhere in there. So anyways, I'm gonna say thank you for spending this time with me. If you would be so kind as to like the video, it helps so much. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please think about doing that. You can hit the little bell. It'll let you know when the next videos are coming out. It is free to subscribe, and I hope you do. I don't want you to you know, I don't know, forget that, oh, and then you think, oh yeah, maybe I should go check out, and you've missed some readings, you know, but that's okay too. You can go back and watch them. There is a playlist there for each sign, so you can see those. And then also, if you want to leave a comment, please do. I read them all. They mean so much to me. And if you have a channel, a small business, or some kind of service you want to post on, there in the community post, there's a post. I just re-shared it, so it should be at the top. But there is a post where you can link your information for whatever kind of channel or business or whatever you have going on, just because it's kind of like a little bulletin, and I think it's important for us to support one another. And there's a lot of really lovely people, a lot of talented people who have posted it on there, and I have been going through and checking out as much of the channels, the readings, the you know, the websites, the Etsy's, the all kinds of things. I think I saw today some kind of prospector in Texas posted on there, and you know, so there's all kinds of there's like a guy that does realty, and yeah, so you know, I think it's I have a little platform here, but you know, you all support me, and I want to support you 100%. So, yeah, other than that, I want to say I love you. We will talk soon. Take care of yourself, Aries, and we'll talk in just a few days.